I've asked my little dog to help me with this review because she just fits perfectly right in this tiny little basket.
Oh goodness.
But she's not the only one that fits perfectly on this bike. Those of you who are timid, anxious, or nervous about e-bikes will love this bike.
Yes, they will love it so very much.
For example, my stepdaughter, who's 11 years old, is very timid when it comes to e-bikes.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl. This little girl tried and tried, but could never find an e-bike that had everything she needed. Sadly, most of them were.
Too big, it's too fast, it's too hard to control.
One day, her fairy dog mother appeared and gave her a bike that was just right. This magical bike from DYU was perfect for the little girl.
I love it.
It had the right amount of power off the line, so it didn't freak her out.
Oh, that's nice.
It had the right amount of speed to calm her anxious heart.
I feel calm.
And the right size to make her feel that she is in control.
I'm in control.
The once nervous little girl now feels confident and happy. She absolutely loves her new bike.
I love it.
Well, if you're still watching, and hopefully you are, we finally found her the right e-bike, and that is the DYU A1F. So if you have any kids like her, or maybe that is you, and you're not ready for a fast and poppy e-bike, this is a good starting point, and I'm gonna show you why. Well, the first thing is, of course, the size. Timid riders, in my experience, don't like something that's big, huge, and bulky, and this is everything but that. But yet you can still adjust it. I'm a 5'11" guy. I'm gonna set the saddle to the highest position, and it almost fits my size. But when you have the saddle all the way up, and the handlebars up, and if you're my height, you still got a pretty aggressive posture. But for the timid rider, gonna go all the way down on the saddle. It's itty bitty bitty. Let's go, yeah, oh yeah. The other thing that timid people prefer is a decent price. If you're unsure about jumping into the e-bike world, you don't really want to spend a lot of money for the fact that you may hate it after your first ride. This little guy is only $499. The next nice thing is the speed. You got 3 speed modes. Speed mode 1, you're going 7, 8 miles an hour. Speed 2, about 10 to 12. And speed 3, 15.5. Another thing that you're gonna like for you nervous riders is there's no gears. This is a single speed bike, so you don't have to worry about shifting. In fact, all you have up on the handlebars is the throttle, you got a flick bell, and the control pad. It's a very basic and simple looking bike. And if you're simple and basic in your e-bike experience, you're gonna like it. One of the biggest things my daughter didn't like was how fast most bikes went off the line, like the acceleration power. With this, ooh, it's crawling.
I love it.
Very, very gentle. Now, as you would have guessed, there are some trade-offs when you only spend $499 for a bike, and that is torque for climbing. This is just barely even a hill, but going about half as fast as I would if I was on a flat road.
I love it.
And the second are the brakes. You can hear them squeaking and grinding. They got decent stopping power, but there's some of the cheaper brakes you can find. I'm actually okay with decent brakes because of the ride and feel. Have a listen. So I'm pedaling now, and then that noise is the chain if you can even hear it. But if I just go straight throttle, it's a pretty solid sounding bike. It's a pretty solid sounding bike. Could I say that any goofier? I don't know.
I love it.
Well, as comfortable as you can get with no suspension. You got nothing on this thing. There's air-filled tires, and it's a softer rubber. And so, you know, chip seal roads, sidewalk lines, feels pretty good. But the bigger bumps, you're gonna feel them. They try to counter that a little bit with a pretty thick saddle, but you know, they could have countered that a little bit more. It's a little tough. As I'm headed back home, I want to talk about the range. DYU says that you can get up to 37 miles. That's a lot of miles for the size of the bike. But when the frame's only around 30 pounds, maybe you can. All right, guys, well, if you made it to this point, pat yourselves on the back. Went a little crazy with this video, but if you want to check out more entry-level bikes for around the same price, I've got a couple here on screen, so go check those out. As always, thanks for watching and take care.
I love it.